Today we got our brand new prime drop in 2k25, including our first auctionable Invincible, man. So we do need to go over the new Snipe filters, so let's get right to it. The first filter we're going to go over is the prime cheapest filter, man. If your goal is MT per hour, this is the filter you got to be on. It's very comp, but you can make tons and tons of MT on these type of filters, man. For this, no color, no nothing, just put your theme to prime. You're going to raise your maximum buyout up till you find the cheapest prime cards on your console, which are selling for about 50 to 50. I would say you can get them to sell for within like 5 minutes, man. Obviously some are listed for cheaper, but they sell very quickly. As you see, our oldest card at 5,500, well, 2 hours, that's not a good example, but at 5,400 it's 3 hours 55 minutes, which means these cards have all been for sale for less than 5 minutes, man. So what I would do personally, you could definitely scroll, which gives you a little better chance to go ahead and get a card if it pops up, as far as like an opal or something more expensive. But it's constantly changing so frequently, and you end up getting on too long of scrolls, that I just recommend you go ahead and bring your maximum buyout down about 1,500 MT, 1,200 MT, whatever it is, and go ahead and we got one little Snipe, man. Very active filter. Snipe absolutely anything that pops up at 1,500 MT. 1,250 is fine since they're insta selling for 52,000, 5,200. Can't even speak, man. However much profit you want to make, man, but at the minimum 1,200 MT, cheaper than the cheapest ones. Snipe anything, resell it for profit, man. Throw it up for 5,200 right now, or whatever they're selling for on your console. Kind of gave you a glimpse of how to tell what they can actually sell for by looking at the amount of time remaining on the cards for that price and how long they've been posted before they sold. So hopefully that helps. Insane filter, man. These cards have been popping up like crazy. Obviously you can see 100 overalls, dark matters on here, and if you get one of those to pop up, you're making tons and tons of MT. The next filter we're going over is the prime shooting guard and prime center filters, man. Two really good ones. I don't know why I'm lumping these two together. They're really totally different, but for this filter you just want to put your theme to prime, and then you're either going to put your position to shooting guard or to center, man. We're starting with the shooting guard. Cheapest on here are some pink diamonds, which pink diamond prices are selling for 7,000 MT, man, which obviously makes that a snipe at that price, which is why this filter is so good, since the cheapest prime players are selling for about 5,000, 5,200. You snipe them, any of these shooting guard cards or pink diamonds for that matter, you're making profit as of right now. Obviously check the price when you're watching this video. A couple other options on this filter: you do have Manu Ginobili, you've got Norman Powell opal. Obviously if any of those pop up on the filter you're working, buy them. You also have 100 overall Anthony Edwards on this shooting guard filter. So obviously if any of the dark matters or the opals pop up, buy them for any price point on the scroll you're working. So I do recommend you scroll on this filter. And then if any of the other two cheaper pink diamonds pop up for 5,000 and below, 5.2 thousand and below, go ahead and buy them. I mean, low-key you could grab them for 6 and make profit, but I'm not trying to do all that to make 350 MT, man. So I'd be grabbing for 5.2 thousand MT and below, kind of the same price of all the other prime players. So these are popping up a ton for 5.2k, people just assuming they sell for the same price. So another really good option. And then for the center filter, man, you just want to switch this to center, put your theme to prime. You're going to scroll all the way up to the cheapest Karl Anthony Towns, who's selling for about 60,000 MT on PlayStation right now. Scroll on the cheapest one. You do have some other options that can pop up on here, man. That one's barely break even, selling for 60. You want to grab them for 45k and below. Scroll on the cheapest one just like this with your buyout up as high as possible, so that way if anybody more expensive pops up, you can buy them. You got Rudy Gobert on here, not Rudy Gobert, who's the guy, Channing Frye I think it is, who is selling for a bid right now. Roy Hibbert, this is who it is. I'm mixing up these big centers, man. Roy Hibbert, whatever, I group all three of these, they're not really that big, but Roy Hibbert, man, I don't know if he's not going to stay a bid, but he's more expensive than 60k right now. I would grab him if he pops up on the scroll you're working, and then just probably throw him up for 100k. Bargnani, grab him for 60. We'll see what his price is going to be. I'm pretty sure he's not going to and he's going to end up being a buyout as well, would be my guess. So you got some really good options on here. And then Karl Anthony Towns, like I said, if he's selling for 60, I would grab him for 15k cheaper 45k if he pops up and resell for a profit. Really good center filter for you guys, man. I like this one a good bit if you like a little bit higher end cards. The next filter we're going over is the Pink Diamond Prime filter. As we referenced earlier, man, these are more expensive than all the other Prime cards, which is absolutely huge on a day like today when people think Pink Diamonds are just cheapest always, man. So you want to put the color to Pink Diamond, put your theme to Prime. You're going to raise your maximum buyout up till you find the cheapest Prime Pink Diamonds on your console, which are on their way up in price a little bit, maybe not. 7,000 is what a safe area I would say you can sell them for. 7.2, something like that, man. So what I would do is scroll, I think, because there is a couple Pink Diamonds just a second ago that were selling for 9,000, like Christian Wood and Bobby Portis Jr., even though we just saw one for 7. So be careful with that, monitor their price. Most of the time you can probably just put your buyout down to like 5.25 thousand. It's probably what I would do. That's the max I'd grab these Pink Diamonds for. Refresh here, snipe anything that pops up, and just constantly check the price of the Pink Diamonds every 10 minutes or so to make sure they don't drop below 6.5 thousand MT, because otherwise you'd be getting into really dangerous territory as far as making profit per snipe. So that's what I would do on this filter. They're going to pop up an absolute ton because people will just look up how much are Prime cards, 5k, okay, and throw all their Pink Diamonds, diamonds, and whatever up for 5,000 MT. The next filter that we're going over is the Galaxy Opal, cheapest filter. For this, you just want to put your color to Galaxy Opal, raise your maximum buyout to about 20,000 MT. Right now on PlayStation are the cheapest Opals, 21,000, man. Definitely scroll on the cheapest one because obviously there's more expensive Opals that can pop up, like the Roy Hibbert, now that I can remember who the heck it is, like Giannis, obviously, Yao Ming, whoever it is, man, Victor Wembanyama. Grab any Opal at all that pops up for about 15,000 MT or below, or about 5k cheaper than the cheapest one. And then if anybody expensive pops up at all, buy them for whatever price that they pop up for. Obviously know your market, man. There's a lot of like 50,000 MT Opals, a lot of 60, 80,000, and then there's the ones that still sell for 150,000. So really good options on here. This has been a very active filter lately. A lot of 5k pop-ups, a lot of 10k pop-ups. So really good option, man, if you're looking for, again, a little bit higher tier snipes. Just not as frequent as working like Prime cheapest. The next filter we're gonna go over is the Bucks high-end filter, man. For this, no color, no theme, no nothing. Just put your team to the Bucks. You're gonna set your minimum bid to 100,000. Put your minimum buyout to 500, and then just scroll through the filter, man. Obviously, you're looking for expensive cards on here. The main one being Invincible, Giannis Antetokounmpo, who is now an auctionable Invincible in the game. You also have Kareem Dark Matter on here, Giannis Dark Matter. Why is this saying no auctions found? I just get a bunch in a row. That's crazy. I don't think I've ever seen 2 in a row there. Giannis, man, I don't think he's a pickup unless he's badged up, like legend badged up. So be careful of that. Obviously, if Invincible Giannis pops up, who's selling for 10 million plus MT right now, grab him. Kareem Dark Matter is a huge W pickup. Dark Matter Giannis is a W pickup, man. You also have Tim Thomas on here, who is definitely a snipe, and I think there's one other. No, Tim Thomas was the other one I was thinking of. So it's just a good option for some higher end snipes, man, if you want. Obviously not too many options, 4 or 5 cards you can snipe on here, but this is a high-end filter that you can work trying to snipe an Invincible and also have some other options, so you hopefully will actually see some cards while you're taking the chance on an Invincible, man. Pretty good option. Another filter I do want to reference, I talk about all the time, it's the Prime high-end filter. Same way, just put your theme to Prime, minimum bid to 100,000, minimum buyout to 500. Right now the scroll is way too crazy. A bunch of these cards are going to end, but just keep this in mind. If you're working this on Saturday or the day after the pack drop, should be a really good option where you have some expensive cards that you can snipe, like the 100 overalls and whoever else may be expensive in this set. But right now, unfortunately, Invincible Giannis is not classified as a Prime player, so keep that in mind, man. But another option for you guys for high end. The next filter we're going over for you guys is the 500 100k max bid filter, man. For this, no color, no theme, no nothing. This is like the enabled all filter, except for that you don't have to buy any of the cards. Just want to put your maximum bid to 500, put your minimum bout to 100, and search and refresh through the scroll. Obviously you're looking, you can see any card in the game on this filter, so any 100 overall pops up, buy it, man. If Invincible Giannis pops up, buy it, obviously. And then any expensive dark matter or opal, like opal Wemby pops up, buy it clearly, man. And then any of the expensive dark matters, Giannis, Tim Thomas, whoever it may be, man, there's still a lot of very expensive dark matters. Any of those pop up, man, buy it as quick as possible. It's a really good option. The only thing with this filter is you only see cards if they're listed for this exact price, 500 100k, but they pop up a lot for that price point, man. So good luck on this filter. Let me know if you guys snipe Invincible freaking Giannis. I would love to hear it. The next filter we're gonna go over is the dark matter filter slash the dark matter cheapest filter, man. For this, you just want to put your color to dark matter. For cheapest, right now we don't have any cheapest cards. We do, oh my gosh, that was crazy. That was just a freaking wild refresh right there, man. For this, you can do this price point, I guess. I would probably be scrolling right now, but later on when we get some more buyout cards listed, and when, you know, it might go down to 90,000, you just like any other cheapest filter, bring your maximum bout down. If any card pops up for about 15k 20k cheaper than the cheapest ones, pick it up. I would definitely do 20k. So if the price drops to like 90k, I would snipe any of the cheap dark matters for 70k and below. And then obviously if anybody of the expensive pops up, buy it as quick as possible. That 10k freaking Terry was kind of crazy, bro. Wild first refresh cheese, man. But so that's the cheapest dark matter filter. And then for the just regular, you can just scroll, man. There's not enough cards up right now. It's probably going to get worse later, but I would just be scrolling through these 5 cards if you don't want to enable them. And then the other filter is the dark matter enable filter, which is finally looking like it's going to get started again today. You just need to buy a copy of all these cheap dark matters, man. Whoever's up for a buy now, you need to buy Jeremy Lin, George Gerving. Once they pen, send them to your collection and turn on exclude collected cards right here at the bottom, and then they no longer show up. Just remember, if you have any expensive dark matters you're looking to snipe, anytime you turn on that enabled, you need to send those expensive dark matters out of your collection, or they'll never ever pop up by clicking send to my auctions. Like if you have dark matter Giannis, anytime you're turning on enabled, you need to make sure you take him out of your collection, so that way you can still snipe him if he pops up. The next filter we're going over is the 100 overall filter, man. For this, you just want to put your color to 100 overall, put your minimum bout to 500, and refresh, man. These cards are still very expensive. We're starting to get quite a few more in the game now, and they are starting to pop up quite a bit more than they were. Still pretty darn rare, but they have been popping up at a semi okay clip, maybe 1 or 2 a day, perhaps. I don't know, maybe even not that much, but they've been popping up more. So really good option for you guys, man, if you don't want to enable anything and you still want high-end snipes, man. These snipes are crazy. Almost everyone is still close to 1 million MT profit. So put your color to 100 overall, put your min buy out to 500, and if something pops up, man, buy it as quick as you possibly can, and you're making tons of MT. And finally, we have a new last filter to go over, man. Imagine something popping up right now would be crazy. It's the Invincible filter, man. For this, just put your color to Invincible, put your minimum buy out to 500, and refresh, man. You have one possible Invincible that can pop up on here, which is Giannis. Going to be rare, but just like I say with the 100 overall filter, man, if you're feeling lucky, you want to do this for 30 minutes a day just to see if you get a crazy pop-up, you're obviously making absolute millions and millions of MT if you get something to pop up and snipe it, man. Spend some time in this filter. Hopefully you get lucky. Let me know in the comments if you do. That's it for the video, though. Hopefully you guys did enjoy it, man. If you did, smash that like button for me. I would appreciate it. If you guys want to see the insane snipes that you got last week, man, click the video that's popping up on screen. Jay Grinds out.